Hi, we just finished meeting for Wednesday's intonation group, and I'm going to read the sentences that we have on the first tab. And for these, the emphasis was on which word should be emphasized, but all of these sentences had really good connections. So it may look weird in column B, what it sounds like, but I tried to represent when a consonant will connect to the next word with a vowel, I went ahead and moved that consonant over there. So it may look strange if you try to say it word by word. So don't. Keep your tongue moving and moving from each word without stopping. And that will sound smoother and all these connections will make more sense. So the vet is helping our dog. The vet, I'm going higher on vet. The vet is helping our dog. And the T changes to a D. The ved is. The ved is helping NAR. I'm making a helping NAR dog. You have a finite list of options. You have a finite list of options. List of options. You have a finite list of options. You have a. I should have connected the have. You have a. I'll put a V there. It will take effect in an hour. This one will have a lot of na effect in an hour. So you should feel a lot of touching on the D position. It will take effect in an hour. Weighted average. Weighted average. He bought the vest on the mannequin. He bought, I'm not going to make a bot because the T and the TH are close, so I'm getting ready for the TH. Bought the. He bought the vest on the mannequin. I appreciate your response. I said we. I appreciate your response on the matter. I appreciate your response on the matter. And I'm going to 10 because that made me think of more common short response. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And the more friendly you want to sound, go higher and longer. I appreciate it. The catch and canning of salmon are particularly important. And I have to slow down particularly because that's a lot of R's and L's. The catch and, I'm not going to say catch and, the catch and canning, the catch and canning of salmon are particularly important. And important can be pronounced perfectly like that with a T, or more casually without that T. Import, I'm going to put my tongue in the T position for import, but hold it there and make it in. Important, important. You have to have that n to make that final syllable. And the words that we practiced, very appropriate for today. Anxiety. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anxiety. Remember to stretch the vowel in the stressed syllable much longer. Anxiety. Anxious. Anxious. And number 7, you'll hear people say both ways, economy or economy. Both are fine. Economy. Economy. As long as you have con as your stressed syllable, the unstressed E can be pronounced correctly with an E or also correctly, but more casually with an economy. Number 8, sled, sled. And internet. This was an example of the T disappearing as well. Internet, the T is right behind it, so you just hold it there instead of saying internet, which you can. Both ways are totally fine. Without the T, internet. With the T, internet. Number 10, ensemble, ensemble. Number 11, I slowed down for this myself. Brewery, brewery. 12, sleigh. Just sounds like sleigh, A. 13, bear and bear. sound exactly the same, and they're both single syllables. I don't have the vowel identification column on this spreadsheet like I do for the one for pronunciation practice. So I typed in here, the vowel is the same in both of them, and it's the same as yes and head. And remember to keep your jaw higher so it doesn't sound like ah. If it's too low, ba, bear, instead of bear. Think of air. And 14, your tongue has to go very high for the E, beer, and it slides down. So it's almost two syllables because you go from very high to low and curled back. So if you practice it that way, beer, it will sound good. You can get a little more lazy, beer. 16 and 17 I put on different lines because you have options with the number of syllables. You can say 1, 2, 3, foliage, or shorter, foliage. And I put 18 on here because I'd seen this on Instagram when people posted pictures of the snow we had on the trees that still had their fall color. So they combined snow and foliage. So it would be snowliage or snowlage. 19, acne. That C is a K sound, but you don't release the K from the back. The back of my tongue is touching high, but I don't say acne. I just hold it there. Acne, acne. And a new phenomenon is maskne. When you have breakouts around your mask area, they just combined mask and acne, maskne. And 22 and 23, these are often confused by even native speakers. I've heard that as well. 22 is pronounce, dun dun, pronounce, and it can be pro or pra because it's not stressed, but now, nounce is the stressed syllable, pronounce. But if it's the, that's the verb, but if it's the noun, pronunciation. It's no longer now, it's none, pronunciation. Image, jewelry. It's almost three syllables, but we don't make it clearly three syllables like jewelry, jewelry. Make it shorter, jewelry, jewelry. And it is difficult to go from the L to the R. So hold it in the L position long enough that the L can be heard. Otherwise, it sounds like jewelry instead of jewel. Oh, make the noise, jewelry, and then pull it back for the R. And chocolate, we don't use the middle syllable, chocolate, we just make it two, chocolate. And the same thing as acne, I hold my tongue in the K position, but I don't release it like chocolate. I say chocolate, up for the L, chocolate. And then 28, which I had to double check because this is so different from what it looks like. It sounds like Worcestershire, Worcestershire, Worcestershire. Or you can also say Shire, Worcestershire. But shire is a little shorter, a little easier. So that's it. Thank you for coming. And I hope that when I see you next Wednesday, things will be much more calm in the world and less anxious. Have a good evening.